Hello everyone, it's me Maya and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do the opposites tag. So if you don't know, the opposite tag is basically just going through some opposites on your shelf. For example, a thin book versus a thick book and a non-fiction book versus a fiction book. So now we're just going to go through the opposite tag and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Okay, the first pair is the first book in your collection and the last book you purchase. For that, I have Something Under the Bed is Drooling by Bill Watterson. Now, I'm not really sure if this is like the very first book in my collection, but since I've been collecting books for a very long time, it'd be hard to verify, but I'm just gonna go with this one because this one is literally falling apart. The last book I purchased, this one was from Book Outlet, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, and yes, I haven't gotten to reading it yet. I'm a bad person. Next is a cheap book and an expensive book. I got Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Simple for like $1 at a thrift store. And if I can get this in the frame, Hamilton the Revolution by Lin-Manuel Miranda set me back good $24. The most I've spent on a book ever, and I couldn't hold it up long enough because my arm was starting to hurt. Next is a book featuring a male protagonist and a female protagonist. The male protagonist, The Unlikely Hero of Room 13B by Teresa Totten, featuring the very awesome Adam as our superhero of his OCD group. The female protagonist is Cinder by Marissa Meyer of the Lunar Chronicles series, who is a cyborg, and she's amazing. The next one up is a book that you read very quickly, and a book that took you forever to read. For that, Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. I read this book in at least one sitting, and I enjoyed it, of the very precocious and evil or evil in training Nimona, who just happens to be a pretty amazing shapeshifter. The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón took me forever to read. I think it was the only book I read during 1 month, and it's a toughie. It's a clunker. It's over 500 pages, so it makes sense that it took me a long time. This one is a pretty cover and an ugly cover, or rather a cover that you didn't really like that much. Storm Siren by Mary Weber. Look at it. It's just so pretty. Like the colors and the awesomeness. I still haven't read it yet, but just looking at it, this is probably the reason why I purchased this book. Such a Rush by Jennifer Eccles. Now this isn't a bad cover, but as far as like what the story is about and how strong the female character is, they could have probably did a little bit more for the cover. It doesn't like go out in my mind as one of the best covers I've seen. Now here's a national book and an international book. Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, published right here in the United States. I am counting this one as international. It is The Readers of Broken Will Recommend by Katarina Bivald. It was translated from Swedish, I want to say, but of course I'm going to check to be sure. Up next is a thin book and a thick book. The thin book is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I think this one is about 90 pages, depending on the translation that you have. It's a gorgeous story about what it's like to grow up and what adulthood is really like. And just holding on to your imagination, and so on and so forth. My thick book is a clunker, if there ever was one, Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This one is 650 pages, I want to say. Of course, it's not 600 pages of line-to-line text, but it's close enough, and it's very thick. Like, I could use this as a doorstopper or a bookend or something. Next is a fiction book and a non-fiction book. Luckily, this is a pretty broad category, so I could pretty much pick whatever I want from my shelf, which I did. The fiction book is Anna and the Swallow Man by Gabrielle Savret. It follows Anna, who is abandoned by her father not by his choice, and she's looked after by her swallow man. It's a very cute story. And by cute it is as cute as a World War II novel can be. It's heartbreaking as well as it has its moments. Before I Die by Candy Chang. This tells the story of this woman whose mother died, and it had the woman starting to think about what she personally would like to do before she died, and it went on from there and became the Before I Die I Want To chalkboard, and these are international as well. Like these walls are all over the world. This pair is a romantic book and an action book. Of course, for romance, I had to choose One Day at a Time by Danielle Steele. Follows Coco Barrington, the black sheep of her family, who meets and falls in love with Leslie, who's this very, very hot British actor, and just their love ensues. The action book, hands down, is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This book had me on my seat, on the edge of my seat, the entire time. I'm talking heart palpitations. I literally thought all of these people were going to die. Like, it had me that, like, heart and throat, what's going to happen. And finally, we have a book that made you happy and a book that made you sad. P.S. I Like You by Cassie West definitely made me happy. It was just cute for the sake of cute. It had secret admirers and trying to figure out who the guy was, and it was just cute and I loved it. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I don't think I need to explain this one, do I? Yeah, didn't think so. Alright guys, that's the end of the tag. If you would like more of these videos, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!